Top 3 mistakes that people make with Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations.
Mistake number 1. Are you one of those people that is doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's not Dr. Joe, Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations, and you're doing it once a day, twice a day, and you're pinning all of your hope of change purely on that meditation, and then you come out and the way that you are being, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, how you're behaving is completely in opposition to what you've just done in your meditation. Now, there are a lot of people in this community that are doing exactly that. We did exactly that. And we have been doing this work for a long, long time. And only in the last 6 months did it land where we thought, hang on a minute, I'm doing the meditation, I'm going in stressed because I really need this meditation to work. It has to change my life. And then I come out of it and I'm a ball of stress and I'm being exactly what I don't want to be.
What does it mean to meditate? To become familiar with, right? So you've got to be familiar to who you're being. You've got to be aware of who you're being throughout the day. Meditation is not something you do once in the morning, once in the evening. Meditation is to be observing yourself throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
So who are you being, as Nidhi just said? Number 2, the second mistake that people make with Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations: environmental triggers. Now, you know, and I know, we've all been there. We've had a lovely meditation. Oh, come out blissed and all lovely, right? We've set our intention. We'll put attention on our intention, and we believe it's going to manifest. We're feeling all good, and we come out. Ding, 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 ding. Round one, knockout. What happens? You get knocked out by your environment. Someone pisses you off. Something in your environment just winds you up. You get angry. You get sad. What's happened? You've just gone backwards. What you did in the meditation has been cancelled out because outside the meditation, you've allowed for your environment to trigger you. Now you need a way. You need to be aware that I am emotionally triggered. When you're emotionally triggered, you need to be able to get yourself back on the horse and to be able to let that emotion go so you can be on the high wire once again. Because if throughout the day, for instance, in the morning, you feel happy, you feel joyous, and then you have moments throughout the day where you are reinforcing states of being which you're sad and unhappy, like what was the point of that? Right? So you can't do that. So you need a way to be able to reduce the time that you spend in lower states of being to do with emotions, right? And what I would say to you is if you are someone who finds yourself being triggered emotionally often by your environment, I'd say go to the description box, do yourself a favor, and sign up for our free Missing Pieces newsletter. In that newsletter, one of the key things we talk about is how to overcome emotions that are trying to sabotage you. Okay, so go ahead, do that in a moment.
Mistake number 3, behavior. Now, a lot of us forget there is something called behavior after our meditations. Behavior is the physical manifestation of the thing we're trying to create. Then you've got thoughts and emotions. They are the energetic manifestation of what you're trying to create. Now, we're doing all of that in the meditation, and it's great. And we might even be doing that outside of the meditation as we're being aware of our thoughts and our feelings. But the end product of that manifestation should be the physical manifestation whereby we know my behavior has now changed and therefore I have changed. And I think there are too many people in the community that are not thinking about behavior when it comes to the thing that you want to create.
One of the things that we've seen being teachers of creation ourselves is many people are often secretly scared to take action. They won't behave in accordance to their intention. So if you're scared and you don't take the action, what do you reinforce unconsciously? What you've created in the morning, you've cancelled it out. The example that we often share with our clients is this: you've asked the universe for sugar, okay? You've asked the universe for, oh, I just want some sugar. And in your mind, you believe you've manifested sugar, right? And then you have an intuition. You have some inspiration come up to go to your next door neighbor's house and ask for sugar for your tea. And then you don't do it. What have you just done at an unconscious level? And it's this: if you can't ask your next door neighbor for tea, for sugar, then surely you're not actually authentically able to ask the universe for sugar, because it's the same thing, right?
And just another point to that. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen, sugar's bad for you. Secondly, I also have done that thing where I've trapped myself in the bubble of thoughts and emotions. Do you understand what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
because that is an internal process, it's quite nice and easy and comfortable to think, oh, look, I'm feeling great things and I'm thinking great things. But when I think about the behavior that needs to change, it brings up so much fear. I'm like, nah, forget about it, not doing it. But I will live in the bubble, the false bubble of my feelings and my thinking.
Yes.
Be aware of that.
So true, because I remember when years ago when we started this work, our mother, by the way, she's my sister and I'm my brother. That happens sometimes. I remember our mother would say to us, you're living in cuckoo land. Remember those days? And cuckoo land is a phrase that we use in our family when you're ungrounded, right? So when you're living in cuckoo land, you go into meditation to almost like, oh, it takes all my worries away. And then you don't actually want to be in the world. You use the meditation as a compensation strategy.
Yeah.
That's not going to help you. And a lot of our work with our clients is really grounded manifestation, grounded creation. Are you being in the world? And many people need to understand this. Spiritually, you are just as spiritual as you are when you meditate, and you need to be just as spiritual. Get your hands dirty. That's important. You need to get your mind dirty. It's not quite the right phrase, but you know what I mean. Mind, heart, and hands. If all come into alignment, imagine what you can manifest.
Yeah.
So I hope this has served you. These were the 3 mistakes that people have to be able to overcome in Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations. Okay. So if this has served you, I would ask you go to the description box, do yourself a favor, and sign up for our Missing Pieces newsletter that supports you to become the creator of your reality.
It's a corker.
It's a corker, absolute corker, right? And secondly, if this has served you, please please do subscribe and share this with other people that are doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. Share it with them, right? So my name is Vineet.
I am Nidhi.
And we are teachers of creation. Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you very much. We'll see you next week.